Hey, good evening, everybody. This is PJs with PJ, or Pajama Talks with Pastor Jeannie, and I am Pastor Jeannie Sortland, and I serve the United Methodist Churches in Kensel and Wimbledon, North Dakota. So I'm glad that you are here to see if maybe I have a word of encouragement for you this evening. And I am wearing my Choose Joy shirt, and that is something I am working intently at right now, is choosing joy. But that is not where I'm headed with this message tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about Gideon. And Gideon can be found in the book of Judges. And we're going to talk about what's going on with Gideon in Judges chapter 6, verses 11 through, I forgot to write the end verse down, 40. And so God sends an angel to talk to Gideon, and the angel said to Gideon, "The Lord is with you." And so Gideon's response was, "Why? If the Lord is with us, did all of this happen to us?" And I think maybe some people are asking that question right now. Well, the Israelites at this point in time were currently being oppressed by the Midianites. And so the Israelites would plant their crops, and the Midianites would come in and wipe them out or steal the produce. And they must have made it awful because the Israelites were hiding out in the mountains and in caves, trying to find safe places to get away from the Midianites. And Gideon, and I'm guessing the rest of the Israelites too, were feeling cast off by God or forgotten about by God. And when God shows up here, God tells Gideon that he's chosen him to go save the Israelites. And Gideon says, "How can I do that?" But God states, "I will be with you." Yet Gideon can't accept that. And so he asks for a sign, which God provides. So then Gideon starts doing as God is directing. But then as it gets closer to time for him to help in God's plan of saving the Israelites from the Midianites, Gideon starts chickening out. As you can imagine, is a pretty normal human response. I mean, these Midianites are mean. And so then Gideon asks for another sign, so that he will really know that it's God that is asking this of him. So God delivers, gives another sign. Yet Gideon is still a little nervous about this, so Gideon asks for yet another sign. And God did deliver the sign that finally made Gideon finally get on board. And so then Gideon began trusting that God will do what God said God will do. And this just really got me thinking about how difficult it can be for us to accept what God might be calling us to do. And a lot of that is fear. Fear if we have the skills, fear if we're going to know what we're doing. Right now, just plain fear that God might ask us something that will put us in harm's way of getting sick. And I'm not proposing that everybody just run out and interact, because we are supposed to be social distancing unless we are deemed essential at this point. But maybe you've got a toilet paper stash at home and you find out somebody needs toilet paper. I think you're pretty safe leaving a roll of toilet paper in their driveway. Or maybe you've got a stockpile of canned goods and dry goods, and you find out that somebody just doesn't have enough to eat. Maybe it's because they are unable to work. And so far, none of the relief payments have kicked in. Or maybe you've got some elderly around that need somebody to just drop their groceries off so that they don't end up going out and possibly coming in contact with the coronavirus. And so it just got me thinking about, how many times do we need God to prove that God is God? And that promises are kept. So those are just my thoughts for the day. Maybe that will connect with some of you. And I long and look forward to the day that we can see each other in person. So may God fully bless your families, and I pray daily for your health. Good night.